use my affiliate link to support the channel down in the description. The Infinite Forbidden is being hyped up as the next best set in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's being hyped up as the new Power of the Elements. I personally would probably disagree with saying it's as strong as Power of the Elements. I think Power of the Elements, in terms of power creep, it like my friend Glenn Chalmod also said, it was on the level of Invasion of Chaos with Chaos Emperor Dragon and Blackluster Soldier, like those cards just being game changers for life. And I think Pote really introduced cards that are game changers for life. Most of them are banned right now. That's the thing, like Sprite Elf and Kikalos, and then but you still have the tier limit cards that are very good and the Sprite cards that are very good. I think that this will be a game changer for the game, and you're going to want to pick up the set. You know, there's going to be a lot of really good staples. I think maybe it's not going to be the complete game changer, but I think that it's going to introduce a lot of stuff. It strengthens the new Rika cards. It introduces the Gimmick Puppet engine. It or obviously Ritual Beast. I don't think they have any new support, but obviously you have the Tenpai stuff. The Tenpai stuff is insane, but then there's just a lot of new generic stuff that we'll see in the deck list here. So we're just gonna go deck list by deck list. So here is the topping, the branded list that topped the YCS. Yuri, isn't this top 32? So this is post Infinite Forbidden. We'll have to do a little deciphering, guys, but basically 3 Aluber, 3 Cartesia. They have QCR Aluber over here, by the way. And then 2 Albaz. That's interesting. 2 Quem. One of the new Whitewoods girl. It's the Dia Bellstar Whitewoods girl, not the Dia Belize. Or I think he runs 2 of that, which is interesting. But there's also the tier limit engine, which is really cool. He runs 1 of each. Merly's still illegal over there. Also, obviously we have that too, but not in Master Duel. Running the King of the Swamp as well. King of the Swamp is going to be bridging into, I'm looking in this extra deck, into Rulikalos, basically. Rulikalos, a pretty good card. Also, I see why he's only running 2 Albaz then, because the Mud Dragons count as an Albaz. Is he also running Poly? Yes, he's running 1 Poly. He's not running the Edgem package, though, but he is running the 3 High Spirits, guys. This is something that is catching on over here in the TCG with a lot of people running it, like Nightfall also, and like Raul, very much piloting that kind of play style with the 3 High Spirits. I think, but he's also running 2 Nadir Servant. This is something where I'm at right now. I'm running both Nadir Servant and High Spirits. I think I think Nadir Servant's too free not to run right now, but also I think that High Spirits is really good not to run as well. It's basically a small world for branded Despia, and running 3 of it allows you to, like, okay, so when you run the Rulikalos, you can send a tier name and then end up fusing, right? So it's like not bad at all, right? And then you also have the construct for the High Spirits targets, but you do run the grass. So this is going to be a 60 card build. This is not something that we can exactly replicate in the TCG, but obviously we have other options. Like talk to my man Raul. He's just going to slap it. Like, he's like, okay, we got 3 slots to put in Pot of Desires, you know? How you doing, Raul? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming through to the stream, my man. That shine, that Merc, I'm in love. Oh yeah, that's a crazy shine on that Merc, honestly. Double Called By is crazy. Also, he runs the Schism as well, like gives him a little bit more of a grind game, because he does have a little bit of a Shadal package, because he does run the App Cologne, so he's able to send the App Cologne off a Grand Guignol. Surprised they only run 1 Grand Guignol. I'd run 2 Grand Guignol over there, especially with 3 Cartesia. I feel like that's way too free, but also, like, the extra deck probably gets pretty tight. But he isn't running Super Poly, obviously, so, like, and they don't really have that issue because Super Poly, I think, is semi-limited or limited over in the OCG. So he does run the Dragon, the Ariel, and the Beast allowing him to draw a card, Ariel allowing them to banish 3, and then Dragon allowing to pop a Spell or Trap card, which is, like, really good, honestly, overall. So I think the Spell or Trap card really does, or having, you know, this is something that Yuri Diaz does, and I roast him for, but you see this guy do it. I mean, obviously, this is the best of 1 scenario in the YCS, so you have to have main deck outs for these things, because, or else you're going to lose your best of 1, so having the Shadal Dragon makes 100% sense in this scenario. So he's coming prepared for everything, and then he has the branded Expulsion as well. He does run 1 Pearl Rhino too. That card's just broken, man, right? I don't know how he's searching it though. Like, what is he searching it off of? There's no that's just like a 1 of dog. That's crazy. Is that Expulsion? Yeah, they have Expulsion legal in the OCG, which is crazy. They have Expulsion and Sanctifier legal, but they have like branded opening at 2 or 1 and branded fusions at 1 for sure. So their branded is definitely weaker than ours, that's for sure. But so they get Expulsion for free. But yeah, this build's pretty cool. Let's go over the other builds. What do you guys think of this? I think this is, I mean, they were unbranded in white too. I think John Wilkin was talking about this in his deck profile earlier. Very good. He also runs the Winda too. It just gives him the extra grind game with Schism. He needs an additional win con since branded fusion's only at 1, right? Imagine milling your 1 branded fusion, but then like it's probably okay because you like get the retribution. All right, so let's look at the first place deck list here. First place, shout out to this guy for winning the biggest tournament ever. Like, this guy's now on the radar. Yutaro Takahashi. He's probably a very accomplished player. I don't want to not say that, but he's running a voiceless build that's actually pretty standard. It's basically voiceless voice, right? Like, what else is there to say? But he does run the 1 blessing. He doesn't run any of the new cards, which is like understandable. He's maxing on Saphir. I mean, like, what else is there to say? It's voiceless. But he does run 3 Dynamundo. He runs the access code. The double Typhon is interesting. Herald, Chaos Angel. Yeah, I mean, we all know voiceless is very good, and they just had a ban list, so voiceless. I mean, it's crazy though, because let's look at this breakdown. Do you guys see Snake Eye anywhere? There's like 1 Snake Eye player. Like, let's just go to it right now. And they got top 32. Their name is in text, so I don't know how to. Sorry. 42 cards, guys. The only thing that got hit was Snake Eye's Ash to 2. That's the only thing that happened in this list. Oh no, Wanted's to 1. Wanted to 1 probably did actually hurt the deck a little bit. Like as much as people want to say it didn't, like, that card's very good. What I find the most interesting about this, for sure, by far the most interesting part about this build is the Fiend Smith engine. The Fiend Smith. You can discard this card, add 1 Fiend Smith spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. It is a level 6 light fiend. 1824. You can target 1 Fiendsmith, equip card you control 1 monster on the field. So anything on your opponent's side of the field, send them to the graveyard. If the target is in your graveyard, you can shuffle 1 other light fiend monster from your grave into the deck or extra deck. Special summon this card. So it recurs itself and it sends. So it's a pretty good just like recursion. It's like a better like little advantage engine than Diabellstar, frankly. But like, let's see what the spell cards do. Fiendsmith Tractus, add 1 light fiend monster from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. That's so generic. You could just side Archfiend Eccentric at that point. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon 1 Fiendsmith fusion from your extra deck using monsters from the hand or field as material. That's so free. And then what's the equip card? Well, I don't even see the equip card. We don't run the equip card apparently. There's no Fiendsmith equip card, folks. Appreciate you, brother. Devin Reeves, new channel member of the chat. Melodious is looking like a threat. A little sad because I'm not trying to read all that. He ain't trying to be about that life. No, I agree. Actually, it's already gonna be a threat. Like the deck's so good. They can run 15 non-engine, and then they can bust out 2 monsters on your turn. That can banish up to 3 cards on your field. If they have gas, they have 2 of them. Most of the time, they only have 1 of them. And then their other monster is like the new Madolche boss monster. It gets to bounce a bunch of Melodious cards you have, and then you can bounce up to 3 cards that your opponent controls with it. It's like crazy. And then it comes back in the end phase like SP Little Knight, so it's like super recursive. Like, so if you don't like kill them, they basically kill you next turn or so. But it's like, actually the thing is though, their grind game isn't the best as good as they're just super recursive. So it's definitely gonna be an issue though, because they're just able to like hand trap you to death kind of thing. And that's kind of like what Tenpai is doing, right? They're just hand trapping us to death and then just killing us with 1 or 2 card combos. I think Tenpai is also just too custom in a best of 1. Yeah, exactly. That should also be said. Although the new Tenpai support is pretty cracked. They do have a new Poplar. Let's get right into it. I mean, I feel okay. Let's read this Fiendsmith fusion. They do get to run Beatrice as well, which is kind of crazy. The new Fiendsmith fusion is 24/24, 2 light fiend monsters. Monsters your opponent controls lose 600 attack. Not bad. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is fusion summon, you can target 1 light fiend monster in your graveyard or banishment. Either add to your hand or special summon it. If this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle 1 other light fiend from your graveyard, inflict 1200 to your opponent. Super recursive, good in time. Also good for just finishing off, like stealing games, and then you can also just like extend super hard. Gets you to Beatrice, which Beatrice is just like one of the best cards in the whole game. So this is why I don't think Beatrice is gonna get banned if they have a whole engine that's like revolving around like summoning Beatrice until they get more stuff that isn't just Beatrice. Yeah, no, there's really not too much else to say. It's interesting to see though that this just works with the Snake Eyes engine. You wouldn't expect that because they're not even running Jet Synchron. Like, what are you sending to the graveyard? Maybe it's like the new Diabell Star card, but all right, second place Tenpai Dragon. Let's check out new Tenpai Dragon. Oh, we don't have the deck list. Oh no. Well, let's check out top 8 Tenpai Dragon, which must be pretty similar, right? Because we gotta talk about this, guys. We gotta talk about this. This is gonna be an issue in the TCG. This is gonna be a problem. Malchummy Purrely. If you watch my short, you'll know what this is about. Obviously, I think everyone has pretty much knows what this Malchummy is trying to do here. Or sorry, Moltchummy, I guess. Moltchummy. I thought it was Molch when it was originally translated. You know, it was like Malchummy. So if you control no cards, quick effect, you can discard this card, apply this effect for the rest of the turn. So basically, very free to activate if you're going second. Each time your opponent normal summon or special summons a monster from the hand, immediately draw a card. During the end phase, if you have more cards in your hand than the number of cards your opponent controls, +6. So basically, if you go plus infinite on your maxi, if you go to a point that it will get out of hand, you can shuffle cards randomly from your opponent's hand or from your hand into the graveyard equal to the difference. So you're basically, you will have to shuffle the difference basically from into your hand or into your deck. So like you're still gonna be like plus like 5, I think, right? But like everything else will get shuffled randomly, or you'll have like the difference shuffled back randomly. This is really good. This is a really good card. It's interesting because we did not see this. We don't have side decks here because if you guys did not know, Japan YCSs are best of 1. Because usually, for better or for worse, right? It's like Master Duel. Master Duel kind of adopted that, but I think it's mainly because the Japan YCSs, they get to like 4,000 people, right? Like this was 8,000 people. So it's like if they're best 2 out of 3, you're gonna have like like there's no way they do like a correct amount of Swiss rounds with best 2 out of 3. Now I would just say do the Swiss anyways and just like cut it at like whatever 11 rounds. But I don't know if that's gonna like there's gonna be so many ties, right? Like that's the issue. So this card is interesting being main decked. I would like to see if other decks main deck this besides Tenpai, frankly, because I think Tenpai, right, they're blind second, so they get to run this card for free. Elsewise, I feel like this will be a staple in most people's side deck cards because yes, it's only when you special summon from the hand, but guess what? Most decks special summon from the hand. Also, it's on normal summon. So worst case scenario, it is a upstart goblin. Best case scenario, it's like a +5. But yeah, this list is pretty cool. So they run the Malchummy. This thing's basically a maxi, and they already run 3 maxi. That's crazy. They also run the new Tenpai Dragon of Genroku. This card is added to your hand except by drawing it. Special summon it as a tuner monster. Then you can increase its level by 1. Quick effect, you contribute. Special summon 1 Tenpai from the deck. Like, this card is a Poplar that is also a Snake Eyes Ash. Like, come on, man. It's broken. They only need to run 2 though, apparently, so that's whatever. It's a really good card. So, that's the only thing they got buffed though, right? Like, they aren't running any new cards, which is kind of crazy. I think that's all, like, they got the, new trap, but the new trap's kind of ass. It's only for, like, the going first strategy. If you want to go first with Tenpai, hit up Raul. He has the goo. Long John Silver Melodia still getting cooked by Marincess and Puppet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Marincess goo. Oh, Melodious will cry the moment they get waved. Apex Doffy, yo, happy birthday, homie. How you doing, Apex Doffy? How you doing, my brother? Nice to see you. Thanks for always coming by. I know you're not necessarily into Yu-Gi-Oh right now, but I do appreciate you. Still coming by, supporting the channel. Channel member in the chat, Apex Doffy. Always trying to get me. Well, no, when you get in here, I want to get into One Piece, brother. I see Nokini, another channel member in the chat, flexing his One Piece cards. I'm like, damn, I want to play this game, man. Still waiting to watching to see Shifter ban. Yeah, one day, bro. That new Cartesia is sexy as hell, says Mountain Man. Completely. I like it more than the original art for Cartesia. I'll say that right now. This isn't because I want to spend $300 on the Cartesia. It's totally not that. So this card, basically, it's Tenpai Dragons, right? So like, it's kind of like Raul said in a best of one format. It's a really strong thing, but I think it's still like a top 2 deck, right? Like the new support is broken, and the deck is really good at that point, I think. But we'll see. And then this was the 3rd place Melodious deck, 3rd or 4th, and Melodious is cracked, like I said, guys. You guys really need to, if you aren't familiar with the Melodious cards, get familiar. We're gonna have Sam Jang on Thursday, and this is one of the decks that we're gonna cover for the matchups for Branded. So yeah, no, this deck's cracked. You guys can see you can run 3 Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, Maxi, Valor, and then also Herald of the Orange Light. It's crazy out here, guys. Herald of the Orange Light is at 1 in the OCG. However, oh my gosh, we just got a bunch of channel memberships. Let me figure this out. Herald of the Orange Light is like at 3, I think, in the TCG. So Melodious is crazy in the TCG because you get access to Herald. All your monsters are fairies, and you're pretty recursive as well. Also, Jake the Mountain Man, appreciate you gifting 5 memberships. My man is just racking up the leaderboards. I think you're at like 25 gifted subs at this point. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. It was a very kind birthday gift for you. Let's see who got the channel membership. We got MP7, Help My, Alan Lynn, Irresistible Chicken Sandwich, Carter Cards. Wow, I didn't know we had an Irresistible Chicken Sandwich watching us in the chat. But thank you very much. I appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good day. If we have the chance, though, I know you did mention, maybe you'll get on work on time. Hopefully, I'll still be streaming, and I would love to duel you, or like I said, we'll definitely get to there. So thank you so much. That was very very kind of you. Happy birthday. Thank you. Was that Mega Man Star Force music right now? It's definitely Mega Man music. I love Mega Man, guys. So if you're ever wondering if it's Mega Man music, it is indeed Mega Man music. It was probably Star Force. Star Force is one of my favorites. It's basically a card game, right? So yeah, this list is pretty good. They run Chaos Angel, Baguska. I think Baguska is going to be something as our for us branded duelists we'll have to consider going forward. Also, Jake the Mountain Man, I think we almost are at our channel member goal, right? Because that was 2 + 7. So now we're at 39 channel members right now. So thank you all. We're actually gonna hit the channel membership goal for this month. I know I wasn't able to stream as much as I wanted to, so thank you all. Melodious is crazy, guys, though. They even have a Link monster. This is gonna be a deck that you guys want to be familiar with, but right now, during either player's turn, you can target up to 3 cards in any graveyard, banish them. Like I said, this deck, you can get up to 2 of these on their field, and then this monster, basically, their main hitter, quick effect, you can banish into the end phase. Any number of Melodious monsters you control, and then you can return up to that many face-up cards your opponent controls to the hand. So your cards do not return, their cards do. It's pretty crazy. Super recursive, and it like allows you to dodge things very easily. Very good deck. Exiton Fiendsmith engine is full fire combo so far as I'm aware. Oh, that's why they're running it. Got it. Let's see this 4th place Salamangre. Shout Kyle, our channel mod in the chat, the salad legend. Happy birthday. Thanks for getting me into branded, says GZ 1K. Thank you, GZ. That means a lot. That's like the highest compliment someone can give me when they're like, you got me into branded. Kyle B, I predict Tenpai dies just off of being super boring. That'd be crazy. We're all just like, yeah, we're doing the honorary thing, the honorable thing, and not playing this helmet deck. The deck's really cool, though. I don't mind it. Like, it's not bad to have a going second deck in the meta. I think that's like refreshing, frankly. Like, it changes deck building a little bit. So I'm not mad about it as much as other people are. Your idea, or against the deck rather. Kyle B, also highly recommend people watch Nightfall and Pack's video on the deck. Those guys have forgotten more about this deck than I know. Your idea is, bro, when are you gonna make the Cartesia brick emoji? Oh my gosh, I'll do that, brother. We have to do that. Devin Reeves, huge. Amazing Jake, says Yuri. First movement solo got so expensive. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, rest in peace, Melodious players. Your cards are expensive as hell. So, this is a very cool list of Salad because they're not actually doing the Kaiser Coliseum lock, and they still got top 4. So that shows that this deck is very good. Or top 8. Top 4 or top 8. You run 3 Salad of Fire, so you're getting fire locked a lot. So, I mean, it seems really standard. Like, guys, if you've watched any of Kyle's video or deck profiles, this is very similar to it. Except he runs much, like, this is a very thin Salad engine. You do run the Weasel, the Foxy, 1 Jack Jaguar, 2 Spinny, hand trap package. Very cool, very cool. You also have the Pyro Phoenix. You aren't FTKing with this build, I don't think. So I know there is that build running around. At least this isn't the FTK build. Cool to see, cool to see. Salad will definitely be in the future. And guys, you will get caught with your pants down against that deck. Like, if they win die roll, it's very tough to go against that deck sometimes. Runic in top 8. We hate to see it. Okay, Runic stun with Runic Fountain at 1. See, this is what's gonna happen in our meta. Even if they put Fountain to 1, like, this is why, like, Fountain or Hugin needs to get banned, because the deck will still be well and alive. I mean, obviously they have 3 Carta Demise, which helps a lot, but we have equivalent cards here that will, you know, work out pretty well. So, guys, make sure to leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. Very much would appreciate it. All right, so yeah, you run one of the Sleipnirs. I mean, pretty standard. It's really interesting though because all the floodgates are starting to go to 1. So Ghost and Match isn't even at 3 in the OCG, but they just run one Tikaboo, 1 Tyrant's Tirade, tribute 2 monsters, effect monster to activate in the hand or field cannot be activated. And then the Spectre border. Also, he does have 1 Kaiser Coliseum. That's crazy. I feel like Kaiser in the best of 1 is a pretty bad card, but elsewise that card is a terror for the OCG. I'm gonna close my window. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Oh no, my light. There we go. All right. So yeah, interesting list, but I mean, Runic Stun is in all of our futures, right? Ritual Beast is in top 8, top 16. Channel mod Red. I don't know if Red is here, but he plays Ritual Beast. Hopefully, we'll have him on the channel to give you guys the full Ritual Beast guide and lay down combo guide. But basically, Ritual Beast is getting buffed up in the Terminal World set that's coming out. This is not an Infinite Forbidden, so this deck has already been around in the OCG for a minute since they've had Terminal World for a minute. That'll be our next really major set before Infinite Forbidden, obviously. So yeah, they run the Nemesis Corridor, obviously, to do the Thunder Dragon Colossus play, so we'll obviously be doing that over here. This deck is one of those, I don't know, I didn't play when Ritual Beast, like, I didn't play Necros format, so I'm not very familiar with this deck, but I've heard from Jeff Jones that's one of his most hated decks, so, like, it's not something I'm looking forward to when I hear that. But yeah, no, Ritual Beast is going to be on the menu going forward. Memento, top 32. This is very interesting. This is new support out of Infinite Forbidden to buff up the deck building set Mementos, which are the like the retrains of like the old like cards. Like they have the new Darkblade retrain. This card's broken. This card, normal or special summon, you can discard 1 Memento card, then target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it during your main phase, destroy 1 Memento monster you control. If you do special summon 1 level 3 or lower Memento from your deck. So basically it just does everything the deck needed to do. It really needed more gas because the deck had a really good end board already. If you guys saw my deck profile already that I had on the channel, you're ending on a 5 monster negate. You have an in-house, like this guy's an in-house Appaloosa. That's pretty crazy, right? It's very scary that Gimmick Puppet did so well in that format. Like, you've been singing the praises of this deck, and a lot of people have been doubting it. A lot of people have been saying, Gimmick Puppets doesn't have anything going second. And my man, Jake the Mountain Man, has just been testing. He's like, brother, we can run a lot of non-engine and just kill you. Like, this deck works going first or going second, and it's going to be a contender you're going to have to be ready for. I'm looking forward to seeing what you cook with that deck further. Might just buy all the cards separately instead of everything. What do you mean, Game Girls? Well, if you're gonna buy cards, use my TCG player affiliate link. If you want to support the channel, nice little. If you want to support me, buy some cards for my birthday on my TCG player affiliate link. Shameless plug. But yeah, Memento is gonna be a actual deck that you're gonna have to worry about. Shaddoll Falco's in here for some reason because you can obviously go for the window. You do also have Memento Fusion. I presume somehow you're getting to the Shadal Falco, right? So you can facilitate a free window at the end of your combo on top of the monster effect negate. And then you have like IP Masquerena too. So not bad at all. All right, let's check out this gimmick puppet deck. Top 16 gimmick puppets, guys. Scary stuff. Yeah, we can talk about Patchwork Engine. So what do you want to talk about Patchwork Engine? So the Patchwork Engine is something that lost me my YCS experience at Raleigh. Like, I just kept seeing the Patchwork Engine. It was so bad. Like, you have people like Yuri Diaz, though, and like Nightfall and other people who run it to pretty good success, right? Like, in different forms. Like, when I've used it in the past, obviously, in the testing I did before Raleigh, it was pretty good. Also, Lenton Yang in the Twitch chat. How's it going? How's it going? Thanks for watching on Twitch, my brother. But yeah, no, I think Patchwork is also just not that great in branded right now because you play into Droll pretty hard. I think you can run board breakers like Forbidden Droplet and Super Poly and just, they're going to get you a lot more mileage than just the Patchwork Engine, because the Patchwork Engine just randomly bricks you. That's just the fact of the matter. Like, it increases your ceiling, but doesn't increase your consistency, so I don't know. Very much just kind of something you don't really need unless you're really trying to facilitate those high spirit plays, but I don't know. It just, like, brings your deck count to, like, 55 cards, right? So, alright, so yeah, the Gimmick Puppet deck, you're running the Rank of Magic Agent Force. You do have the Infinite for Permanence with the Ash Blossoms and the Max C with the Horus Engine, so you have a pretty good just like game plan outside of just the Gimmick Puppet stuff, so not bad, not bad. Are there any other decks we really want to cover? Centurion, top 32. Oh wait, what? Wow, Whitewood Centurion, this is really cool. Centurion Gargoyle. You're running the Silver the Whitewoods. You're running all the Whitewoods cards. Risa the Whitewoods. Basically just extending through your... Oh, it makes sense why these cards work so well together because you have so many face-up spell or trap cards, right? Legend of the Whitewoods. Very free deck. Card if you control. Wow, that's just so free. You run 3 of the trap. That's pretty crazy. This thing is just kind of an E-Tally, right? So I guess I would run that too at 3, even though it's a trap. You're running Red Supernova Dragon. That's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. You're not running the big Whitewood Synchro, which is kind of crazy. You're running... Oh, no, you are. Diabell is really good. This card's so good. You get to target one spell or trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand, just anything. Like, crazy. Game Girl's noob. Is it me or the fact I'm running Nadir Patchwork and Brand High Spirit for gas and more gas in the main? I mean, fair enough. Maybe that's why I was missing, not running Nadir and Patchwork, or High Spirits and Patchwork. Deli gifted 1 membership to MetaGamesGX. I appreciate you, brother. Now I've got to update the Portal Spirit. I'm gonna host a game in a couple minutes on YGO Mega. My name will be under MetaGamesGX, obviously. I'll let you know when it's hosted. So I think we are now at... I think we just hit... Yeah, no, we definitely just hit our member goal. So thank you all for becoming members today. It really does help support the channel. Very much appreciate it. It's like I love working on this YouTube channel, frankly, and just like the support really does just help like put back into the channel and everything. Like, no doubt, it lets me go to more locals. It lets me, like, I live very far away from locals, so definitely helps cover, you know, gas and these things. Title and like upgrading equipment and like getting better editing. So thank you guys. April goal has now been met. Goal amount 40, starting amount 40, and so anything after is a little extra, but still, if you want to help support the channel, that will be there. So let's see if there's any other... So this build's really cool. I think maybe this will give Centurion the boost they kind of needed, right? It looks like they can just do Quasar stuff, boost out the other monsters. It looks like they finally have a game plan outside of just Calamity locking, which is scary for us because we have Calamity. We do have Fire King as well in the top 64, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I guess Kieran is at 2 and Snake Eyes Ash is at 2, so the deck got hit a little bit. You see 1 main deck Malchummy, so obviously this means other decks will be main decking Malchummy sometimes. This card's just broken. You will see, this card is going to be a secret rare and a QCR. Get your copies when it comes out. This card will be our maxi, straight up. Very good card. It's gonna be so good against Flu, man. Yeah, it's just Fire King. Wow, this is crazy, guys. They don't even run the new Fire King card. They don't run the new Fire King card. They don't run Ukalix or whatever. That's crazy. Like, Fire King is just, like, such a wet fart, man. Like, it's just not performing how you would expect that deck to perform up. But I guess Wanted really did hurt that deck, too. Exo Sister was in top 64. It's an Exo Sister deck, folks. It's Kaiser Coliseum Turbo, folks. Not too much to say. Chimera was in top 64. We don't have the list, unfortunately. Let's see if there's any other difference with these Tenpai lists. They run. This is a board breaker list with the Super Poly for Bandropa with Cosmics.